that's a support system for me, right?
Okay.
And I think that is key to learning and developing the necessary skills to make informed decisions.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of youth lack that,
Yeah.
and they don't know how to find it. And you get a lot of parents with kids that lack that as well, right? Unfortunately, well, I'm not gonna say unfortunately, but my mom was one of the people that didn't know all these things, right? But she was aware of it.
Yeah.
So she made sure I had the support systems in place
That's good.
so I can acquire the knowledge needed to become a man.
Absolutely.
You know, she only took me as far as she could. And I think growing up and living, you have to understand what you know and what you don't know,
Definitely.
and where you need to help at, and be okay outsourcing that help. You know, because no matter how you look at it, the youth, they find a role model.
We all do.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Oh,
all
yeah.
do.
So
We all do.
you want to have some type of hand in that, guiding them to the right one.
I like that.
You know what I mean? So
What you got to say?
I ain't really come up with the best role model.
Okay.
So it's
Respect.
like,
Respect.
I can't the mentors and all that. Nah, I ain't had that. You know what I mean? Like father figures, yeah, I had that, but it just wasn't what I wanted at the time. Young, growing up, clique of homies, you know what I mean? We doing what we want to do. We grown, you know, I mean, 16, 17. We think
Respect.
we grown. So it's like, nah, I ain't had too much positive in my life. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't
Gotcha.
had too many people I can run and, hey, you know what I mean, show me this or show me that. I learned most of what I know on trials and error.
Gotcha.
I mean, so it's like, that's how I came up.
So
Uncles,
let me
aunties.
ask this, man. Just in contrasting your situation, what about the guys you're running with as well? Do you say they had the same type of outlook also, the same type of
Worse
setup?
than me.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
what I mean? Worse than me, man. So it was like, I probably had it better than they had it.
Gotcha.
And my situation wasn't top tier. I mean, so like we was all we had. So
Okay.
we learned from, you know what I mean, you pick up something, now you teach it to us. I might pick up something, I teach it to y'all.
I see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trial and error.
For
So
sure.
That's how we ran with it.
I dig that.
I guess it's a little different. In the South, you know, we had police officers and detectives and just other members come out to the park and play basketball with us. Yeah, actually.
We had Power Club. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We did that. But
Okay.
that's one officer. You know what I mean? He might come
Right,
out
right.
and kick it with us for a little bit, but once he go back home, we back doing what we do.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
So
see that.
it mattered, but it only mattered because we was having fun at the time.
fun.
You know what I
Right,
mean? On
right.
the back
Right.
end, man, it's the police, man. We
Right.
ain't, you know what I mean?
Well,
But he taking us to these games, and you know what I mean? Like, we going to Hooper every day, so it was like that was the good part about it. But nah, after that, we back outside.
I got you.
like outside.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
back outside. Man.
Okay. Okay. Bill, what's your thoughts on that, man?
You know, man, they did a statistic. I want to make sure, repeat that question again, because I want
So
to
the
make sure we're not
question
on that
is,
third question.
how did the absence or presence of mentors, father figures, or strong male leadership impact the paths you've seen or personally walked towards or away from trouble?
Yeah, you know, and you guys heard me mention, I think you go back and look at a whole bunch of our podcasts we've shot already. I always mention my grandfather.
I think I know him. I swear
yeah?
I know him. Must have heard about this guy. I swear I know him.
No, he's dead and gone. He'll probably be in at 120, 122.
Nah, he's always had great positive things to say about him.
You know, absolutely, man, because they really instill some values in me and things like that, things that stuck with me. And there are statistics. I was researching statistics the other night when I was looking over these questions. And the survey was done back in 2023.
Okay.
And so I always kind of refer back to the military because that was my vehicle to get me where I'm at now. And so statistically, over 77% of American citizens ages 18 to 34, because that's 36, because that's the cutoff. You can come in at 18 and 36 is the cutoff, you know. That over 77% of Americans are ineligible to enlist into the military because of things that we're talking about now.
Right.
Past
You know,
situations.
that they can't get a waiver for. I mean, military do a lot of waivers. They can waiver certain things, whatever, you know, but over 77% of America's population cannot join the military because they would be disqualified based on the criteria
Right.
and everything. And so I'm glad the path that I came up in because it kept me straight. It made me it helped me to mold me into the man that I am today, that father, that husband, and things like that. If you meet one of my sons now and you talk to him for a little, you're your daddy's son, whatever. But, they love to have a good time.
Right.
I mean, we're a fun family. We're a loving family. They're all married and got, their families and things like that. But they want to do the right thing. They're about doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. And that don't make you, a square or anything like that,
Right.
We know Huey Lewis in the news back in the 80s said, it's hip to be square.
They show your age on that.
But yeah,
Good song,
man.
though.
So
Good song.
I just thank God for the role models that I had in my life, man. The
Right.
people around me that kept me
I
on the
think
right
that's
path.
key, man. That's
Yeah.
key. I used to work right here on Keystone at the juvenile detention center here. And when I say these young youth, they are looking for role models. They don't know how to find them. That's one of the key things for them. You know what I mean? So they stick within their pack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And try to learn the best they can from them.
Gotcha.
But once they make that mistake, it all comes running back to them now. You know what I mean? Trying to find some type of salvation or hope or a way out.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I got that.
Absolutely.
And I think that that's the job of us fathers. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you don't set the precedent for where your family's going to go, somebody will.
Absolutely.
And usually you got the best interest of your kids in your heart.
right.
You're going to give them the tough love. You're going to show them the right way, the best way, because you want them to have the best outcome. You can't guarantee everybody else on the street going to do that.
Nah, not at all.
And not even just that, you can't guarantee they have the skill set to do that. Because they may want to do that,
Right.
but they don't know how to do that.
That's
You see
the
what I'm
problem.
saying? But you as a father, that's your responsibility to make sure that kid has all the resources they need to make it so that this world is better because of it,
Right.
not worse.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you got to teach them how to lead a family.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
one point in time, they're
absolutely.
going to have kids. They're going to have a wife. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it's like, if you didn't teach them how to lead like this, well, who going to teach them?
Yeah. You're
So
the
it's
leader.
like we
You're
have
the
this
leader.
great responsibility, and I think it's not just on fathers; it's the group of men around that person.
the
too.
village.
You know what I'm saying? It's definitely
Yeah.
the village.
Yeah.
And we all have a part we play. And I may see something with this man over here, and I glean something from him, and I like, and I may model something after that from him. I didn't get from my father per se,
Right.
Yeah.
but that part was helpful also. And then this person over here, and then that person over here. So it's this a la carte thinking that
Yeah.
I'm making myself better by the people that's around
That's
me,
around me.
shielding me, guiding me,
Yeah.
showing me how to rock out here.
Right.
And that's what in our men's fellowship, our verse that we is Proverbs, where iron sharpens iron,
Right.
Yeah.
because it's like you take a young brother like Sidney, right? Okay. Clearly, when you listen to all of our conversations, he and I came from way different paths.
Right.
But that's what I love about the ministry, and men sharpening one another.
Right.
Because I may not be a brother that can reach a person like Sidney. But guess what? There's other men in the church that have came up through a certain path, and they can relate, and they can talk, but at the same time, that brother may see some things in me, or the other brother say, "Hey, I like the way he, carry himself, the way he, the way he treat his wife,
Right.
the way his sons, when I see them as grandkids, man, there's whatever." So they want to glean from that. Man, I want to be like that, man.
Sure.
And next thing you know, they're hanging with, closer, and they're learning and gleaning from that person as well. And so that's why, our men's ministry in this church is so vital, because we got young men coming up, and they're watching all of us,
Yes.
and they're gleaning something from every one of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of the day, if we aren't doing that, like you said, somebody's going to teach them. And then it's like, you look up and like, well, I never knew he could have made that decision. Why did he do that? Well, what did you do directly to help that person be on the right track?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think we all have to be accountable for a few people.
Right.
These are people I'm checking with all the time. I'm sending a text. Hey, how you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? What you got going on right now? What can I help you with?
Right.
Because it's like, if we don't reach out for us, who gonna do it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I get that's not your blood relatives, but we all can find commonality in Christ.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We all brothers and sisters in Christ. So it's like, if we can't meet there,
Yeah.
we can find some commonality there to start there. You know?
I'm gonna share something with you. I don't know if I can, but I'm gonna try to be.
Lean into it. Let's
Well,
go.
we understand.
I had an individual had a situation what you were talking about. He felt that he was at a gas station, a young guy. I don't know. He was having some issues and whatnot. And my partner, I'm just calling him Ben.
Okay.
He went over there and tried to talk to the individual, and the individual was just going through some things. And then he was like, you know what? That's not even my problem. That's not my son. You know, let me go on about my business. You know what I mean? And later on that night, that particular individual ended up shooting his son.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean?
So I hear that.
and he lived, but the story behind that is that had he understood and was able to reach this individual, that may not have happened. You know what I mean? If he had a different look on, that's not my responsibility. I think a lot of these kids that are out here that are emotionally displaced, they are our responsibility.
They are.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
They really are, you know. Because I've sat down with plenty of people at the Speedway right on Southeastern and had a long conversation with them. I said, hey, man, listen, I don't know you. You can tell me the F off or whatever you want to do, but I just want to talk to you because you look like you're going through something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And whatever it is not worth it, you know. Let the water cool off before you make a decision.
I like that, man.
You know what I mean?
And again, if everybody took a minute to do that, this world would be way better.
Oh,
You
way
know what
better.
I'm saying?
Way better. And that's one of the things that, you know, we talk about it in our men's fellowship. You know, every time I turn on the news, you know, something's happening. And my number one question be, man, where are the men? Where are the fathers? But I know that there are a lot of absentee fathers. So my next question becomes, well, where are the grandfathers?
Right.
Where are the uncles? You know, where are the uncles and things like that? The real men, you know, come into that young man's life.
Yeah.
Pour into him, you know. And so it's all about accountability.
Right.
You know, that's what we should all be doing.
Yeah.
Giving back.